Hi, welcome to VCN's Focus on Management. I'm Jeffery Brooks, ROCK Entertainment Development, and I'm going to spend a few minutes letting you learn more about our company. I was born up in the Napa Valley, in the wine country, and when I was born, I loved, my parents took me to see theater, and I fell in love, and I joined a children's theater and met my mentor there, and started acting. That was the key, and then from there, started traveling around, and ended up in a high school performing arts, and started loving it, moved to Los Angeles, and through doing equity theater before that and then moving to Los Angeles, I ended up trying to find representation, trying to work hard at it, and it was difficult at times. And finally, one day, my best friend kept saying, let me manage you, let me manage you. And I kept saying, no, you have to know people, you have to meet people. And he finally said, hey, dude, you know everybody. And I'm like, what do you mean? He said, well, you've met so many people while you've been doing this, just introduce them to me. So I one day got frustrated with another manager that had promised me a career and started working with him, and he started representing me, and I started to work and do some other things. And from there, I met a girl in a coffee shop, and I said, you're beautiful, you're incredible, are you an actress? She said, yes, and she said she was with an agency, and at the time, that agency was great, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And she said, well, that's great for you, but I haven't had an audition in 6 months. And I said, well, here's what I'm doing for me. I'm helping my buddy help me. Maybe I can help you. And the minute she gave me her headshots, the second she handed me her headshots to help her out, my headshots fell in the garbage. And I started to call all the people that I knew in the industry and started to help her from day one and just kind of managed her the way that I dreamt that I could be managed. And I'll tell you, it is the most amazing thing. For 10 years now, I have my company. My company is ROCK Entertainment Development. My best friend, Ford Inglerth, is my business partner. 2 active managers on a daily basis. We manage about 25 clients right now. We also handle a few athletes. We handle musicians. We work in that department as well. And then we also produce. We produce concerts. We produce mini TV shows, web series that we're doing, as well as feature films as well. So it's been a blast going through it and just kind of collectively letting our company grow. "25 years ago, when I moved here to Los Angeles, I was introduced to people. I was introduced as an actor and a friend. It was very difficult for me to put my hand out to some of the people that were in the industry and say, I'm an actor, can I please have? That wasn't what it was about for me. And I learned very quickly that those relationships are going to last, and so I started to cultivate a relationship that was not built on help me now, help me now. It was, I'm available for you, you're available for me. This is what I'm good at, this is what I do, and this is what you're good at. We know this. Nice to meet you. Let's move on, and hopefully we'll cross paths. And I'll tell you, to this day, I still know casting directors that I met. I know producers that I met. I know directors that I've met. I know fellow actors that I've met. I know all these people that I've known for 25 years that are still in the industry that I deal with on a daily basis. And it's amazing. And it's fun because we look back at our careers on where we've been and what we've done, and we've helped each other. We've really helped each other along the way in some way or another. Each time it reflects on that. So I don't know if 25 years ago I knew they were all going to be still with me, but a lot of them are, and it's wonderful. So if I'm targeting one person and trying to figure out what I can get from that person if I need them for this industry, I was given a great bit of advice. At the time, a friend of mine was working at Paramount, and I said, how can you give me one bit of advice? And he said, I can. He said, I have 2 friends. One is Lisa and one is Julie. And Lisa calls me all day long and says, can you help me with my career? Can you help me with my career? Julie calls and says, hey, there's a breakdown for this new TV show. So-and-so's casting. It's going to be, the phone number for the casting office is this. The role I'd love to read for is, Carrie, could you please call and see if you can get me an appointment? That would be great. And he would pick up the phone right then and dial that number, get specific, call and ask for the favor, put the phone back down and move on through his day. But he never was really worried about Lisa because he couldn't figure out how to help her. So being specific about what you want and how you want it, most people in this industry have always gotten a leg up. They've always had someone help them do something. So if you're specific and simple about what you want from them, 90% of the time, people will help you. You just have to not waste their time with nonsense and just get to the point and try to ask. And sometimes you'll see it'll happen. I know it's happened for me. And that's been great for casting as well. Just honesty. I've been trying to get a client into your office for a really long time. I really want to do this. How can I do this? What's the best way to do this and that? And usually if you catch them at the right time, you'll figure it out, and you'll find out what their likes and dislikes are about submitting or about calling or pitching.